Hockenheim? I hardly know him. I think I may have used that one before. All right, this week in iRacing Porsche Cup, we are headed to Hockenheim. We're using the National A layout this week, which I think I like this layout. One of the parts of the track that I have a lot of trouble with, which is that big hairpin, or tight hairpin, small. Anyway, however it works. Ended up doing a 125/813. The weather variation is quite a bit from like the different testing sessions I've done. I've had track temps down as low as 84 and as high as 107 in the different sessions I've done. So this one where we got the lap time, it was like 95, I think, when we got it. It'll say in the bottom right relative portion of the screen. Yeah, I am super pumped. This is a fun track. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I think we're gonna have fun with the races. So we'll show you the lap, and then we'll kind of show you how we did it. And yeah, here you go.
Just done a 126.00. You're less than a tenth off your own pace. Sector 1's quick. Your last lap time was a 125.81. Sector 3 time is quick.
All right, Hockenheim National A 125/813. We're running the fixed setup with I haven't touched anything, haven't touched the brake bias. It was about 95 track temp when we ran this, Fahrenheit. So let's see how we did it. Coming out of the last corner here, just trying to get a good run up. And first thing on this track, I love this first corner, so much fun. You can take it a lot faster. Like when I first started learning this track, I was not anywhere near good at this corner. I still don't know that I am, but you can take quite a bit of speed in this corner.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 88 Fahrenheit.
Let's turn crew chief off because he is going to update us because the sim's still running, and we don't necessarily need Jim telling us what's going on with the track when we're viewing our replay. I kind of hit the brakes a little after the 100 here, just to kind of get the car slowed down to bite in, and then we turn in, and we're gonna clip a good amount of this curb here. So just kind of tap the brakes a little bit, edge off, and then get back on the accelerator a little bit here, kind of tip the car back to take that curb a little easier. And we're going to come out as far as we dare on this little section of curb here. It's pretty easy to get an off track there, so kind of watch how you're doing that. I think we're pretty close to as far as you can take that in this. We're gonna hop on out of the car and do the chase cam real quick here, because I think this is one of those areas where it's worth looking at that. Like I said, we're shifting the weight so we can take this little curb here a little easier. I think any more inside and you'd get an off track. We didn't with how we took it here. So yeah, I'm not quite sure where the cutoff is, but I'm pretty sure that we're close to it there. But yeah, you end up, to get the most speed out of it, you kind of need to take quite a bit of that curb there. And then from here, it's just kind of flat out up until our next braking point. Our next braking point is going to be pretty heavy. We're going fast enough so we can really use a lot of brakes here without having to worry about too much about locking up. If you hold it too long, you'll lock up, but for a little while, you can have really heavy brakes in this car when you're going fast. Between the 100 and the 150, I'd say a little bit before the little access road here, kind of where we really hit the peak brakes. Yeah, 90-ish, and we're gonna start trailing as we downshift for this corner here, and we're just holding our trail brakes through and start accelerating out, and then we're gonna hit just full throttle, and then we're gonna kind of take that through to this next corner here. We don't have to worry about the big hairpin on this configuration, so we're just gonna keep our throttle going and then flat out like you would on the regular the full layout. And then again, we're going pretty quick here again, so we can be pretty heavy with the brakes. I'm trying to take this a little wide, and again, between the 150 and the 100 is kind of where I'm gonna hit my brakes pretty heavy, peaking at the 100 marker. Again, I'm trying to go a little wide here so we can get a bigger radius on this corner here. Just holding our trail brakes, trying to keep a little bit of bite in the into this corner, through this corner here. And we're back on the throttle. We're not gonna really slam down on it until we get the car straightened down, or more straightened down. So you can actually get the grip down without spinning the car, which I did do a fair amount on that corner in practice here. Then I like kind of where the beginning of this this curb is, kind of to a little bit before that, but I think that's kind of where we're peaking at for this corner here. And just trail brake. It's not a big heavy braking zone, but a little bit. Looking at some telemetry from some faster guys, I think there's a way to do this where you go wider on this corner here. I don't know how to carry the speed and still get the car over as far as I want to on this next coming up corner, so I don't go quite so far out. I kind of keep the car in the middle here and accelerate, and then we're gonna have a little lift for this next corner here. And then again, this is one of those ones where I've spun out quite a few times trying to carry too much speed, but we just want to wait till the steering wheel is more or less straight before we really hammer the throttle. And then we're just gonna full throttle through here. And my next kind of marker is this break in the concrete, where the next concrete begins is going to be kind of where I'm thinking about my next time I brake. And it's a little break just to get kind of the bite down, and then we're going to start as soon as we can accelerating back through here. You can kind of use some of this green on this side here, and we're going to go pretty far over onto this a lot of the time. You can come all, I think you can even take a little bit of the gravel. I wouldn't advise it because you can get pretty loose. Next braking marker is where this pavement changes color. I guess we're a little bit before that, but that's where we're peaking. And that's kind of where I generally when I'm saying my braking markers, that's kind of where I'm the peak. That's kind of what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna bring our brakes down, trail through here, and then in second gear we're gonna come out. I'll come over onto this sometimes just to get kind of a better approach through here. I don't think I do on this lap. Yeah, I don't come that far over. Through this next section here, I've taken it full throttle. Sometimes I have to lift. I believe we might have a tiny lift. No, we're going full throttle. Sometimes I have to do a little lift there when I'm not kind of getting the full grip down, but it's nice when you just go flat out through here. The next braking point I use is kind of the apex of this little guy here. And then we're gonna hold it for a smidge as we get the car rotated around to come back through this big wide turn here, and I'm just kind of modulating my throttle through this whole section. We do get a little bit of full throttle until we hit the far outside here, and we're gonna come back so we don't spin out, and we can actually turn back in. And it looks like I'm giving a little bit of brakes on this time. I don't think I did that too often, but you know, on the best lap it happened. This, I wasn't too happy with how I think I gave a little grunt when I was doing this in the thing, but it turned out okay. I think you can probably run that a little bit better and save yourself a tenth or so maybe. Yeah, we're gonna come all the way out to the side here and then come back on in as we're going full throttle all the way across the start finish line, and we've got ourselves a 125.813 on Hockenheim National A layout. There you go. All right, and yeah, like I said, I'm happy with that time. I think it's a bit more competitive than we had last week at the Road Atlanta, but it's still it's still not fast. Looking at some of the stuff on Garage 61 and VRS and some other stuff, I think the fast folks are going to be 124 and lower, maybe closer to the 123s, maybe high 122s. We'll see once we get into it. But yeah, this is one of those courses I really like. I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I really like it, and I'm excited to see how it goes. If you've got any tips for me, I'm super open to them. Leave them down in the comments. If you've got any questions about how I do anything, again, leave a comment down below. We'll do my best to answer them, and I maybe even have a subject for another video. And yeah. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. It super helps out. Thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't. And if you want to see us do some races, head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman to watch along live. We'll see you later. Bye.